cautious in how we approach this investment conversation. As you know, the city of Providence's pension system is 24% funded. That means 76% unfunded. Over $1 billion of unfunded liability. And that's not going to change. The fund that the city has is not a fund that if it will go to zero, it's just simply eventually when it will go to zero. And eventually the city will become closer and closer to the sense of a pay-as-you-go system for our people who receive pensions. And the investment company that does it, they've done an excellent job with the amount of money. Just to give you a sense, they took over the investment, because prior to that, the investment was done by, I'm going to put it, amateurs. In the city of Providence 20 plus years ago, I had a company in the investment. They had about $300 million back then. And what do we have now? About $300 million still in the account. They've done a very good job of investing and getting a great rate of return. But the problem is that the unfunded number is so great, you can never get a 25, 27, 30% rate of return guaranteed for the next 10 years, or 40% to even get to that $1 billion number. So I just ask my council colleagues, as we move down, as we go down this road, that we have to realize that we have a professional company. They've done a phenomenal job. By the way, their rate of return has beaten the state's rate of return for the past, 20 plus years. We've beaten the S&P the past 10 years. And it's how they invest it. Now, I know I'm not going to get caught up in the, get caught up in, puppy dogs and all those stuff, and it's all important issues. But for the taxpayers themselves, as we know, the city of Providence, about over 40% of our property is non-taxable in the city of Providence, which has grown in the past 10 years, probably from 30s to the 40%. So our tax base has shrunk dramatically. Our working class has shrunk dramatically. And the people that we live in the city of Providence have a lot of needs. And they can't afford to pay a lot of taxes. They are not folks. I represent a neighborhood that's really diverse, and I'm proud of that, but also economically challenged. They work 2 or 3 jobs, and they are trying to keep food on the table, make their mortgage or their rent. It's really difficult for them. So we don't have a massive tax base that's able to handle the repercussions of policy decisions or the vagrancies of politics, which could then create a negative impact, which could increase greater taxes to the constituents that I represent. And I want to make sure we are very cautious in our movement, because when we start talking about this pension system, this pension fund that's unfunded, and if we move around too many pieces, we potentially could end up seeing the abyss a lot sooner. So I just ask my colleagues to be we step cautiously, and we approach it cautiously. If we're going to create a committee, I guess, and I would suggest that you should probably do that before we make any other additional moves, if you really want to vet this properly. And so I would suggest that even at this point, you probably shouldn't take any particular action until at least, if this is what the president really is looking to do, have a proper committee, have the proper experts. This has serious financial impacts. All the social issues, if people are talking about environmental issues, are very important. But the main priority ones that I'm focusing on is my constituents who barely make ends meet, who work 2 or 3 jobs, who pay high taxes, car taxes, and I don't look forward and I don't envy raising their taxes for an issue that at this point immediately, for them it's life or death right now, keeping their kids in school, keeping them out of harm's way. So I'm very concerned about that. I don't want to put an additional burden on my constituents if I don't have to. And if we are going to do it, we need to really explain to them why we're doing it, and make sure they accept why we're doing it, and make sure they're willing to take on an additional burden. Also the small businesses in my neighborhood, I'm making a living, the clothing shops, tailors, small convenience stores. These folks are not making millions and millions of dollars, but they are paying their fair share to the city council. So I just ask everybody to be very cautious how we approach this, and we can address, there's other ways to address these social and environmental issues without having a financial detrimental impact on the city's finances or the tax base of Providence. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any other discussion?